We continue now at the top of Daf Lamed Hey Amud Aleph from Meseches Pesachim. This is Pesachim Daf 35a. The Gemara here is in the middle of proving that we have milas by kachim, the rabbanon chumras that apply by kachim that might not be true on a doraisa level. Ela maila, the Gemara says, you see clearly by the mechatos, there's a special chumrah that it should flow directly from the spring into the kli that you're sanctifying the mechatos. Rashi says, Ela maila bi'almahu midrabbanon. It's just a din drabanan shetei chiyusan b'kli, that it should go directly from the flowing water into this kli that you're being mekadesh the mechatos. V'asmachua rabbanon akra is just an asmachta on a pasuk, but it's not really a doraisa. It's just a chumrah midrabbanon, and the Gemara says, hachi nami maila. We can apply the same thing in our case. It's just a maila. Rashi says, hachanami maila bi'almahu. Here, in our case of truma, it's just a chumrah. The ein zriya l'truma that we say when it comes to truma. Let's say you have truma tameya, and you try to replant the item on a derabanan level, we say that doesn't purify it. V'asur milechol. On a derabanan level, we say that it's asur for the kohanim to eat that truma. Amar Rav Simi Barashi says, Af anon nami tanina. We have a mishnah like this as well. Rashi says, Tanina, we have a mishnah, the Ovid Rabbanan Maila Bekachim, Afilu Midoraisa, that the Rabbanan make a Maila Bekachim, even though Raisa. Now Rashi over here says that doesn't really make much sense. Besvar Machirim Rachmana, the Torah can make a Maila. So in other words, the way you'd read it is the Ovid Rachmana Maila Bekachim, Afilu Midoraisa. Sometimes you can have a Chumer by Kachim even on a Doraisa level. Where do we see that? It says Toval V'Ola. Let's say someone is Tameh and he immerses right immediately when he comes out of the mikvah, Ochel b'Maiser. At that point he's allowed to eat Maiser. Hariv Shimsho, if he waits for the night to come and the day ends, Ochel b'Truma. At that point he can now eat Truma. B'Truma in b'Kachim lo. It sounds like he can eat Truma, he can't eat Kachim. Amai, why can he not eat Kachim? Taru, isn't he considered Tar? Elamaila, obviously there's some kind of Chumrah by Kachim. Hachanami Maila here as well. There's going to be a Chumrah by Kachim. Amar Ravashi says, Afanon Nami Tanina, we have a mission like this as well. Vehabasar talks about the meat. Rashi says, Vehabasar called Tar, Vegomer Vav Yisera. This is an extra Vav in the word Vehabasar. L'rabos eitzim u'levona shel kodesh. It comes to include the wood and the frankincense of the kodesh. L'tuma that can become tummy as well. V'koyad la'el v'habasar ashayiga b'chol tummy lo yochal v'habasar. It says the meat that touches tummy, you can't eat it. And the Mishnah says l'rabos es ha'eitzim u'levona, that comes to include the wood and the frankincense of hektish. Eitzim u'levona b'nei itzmuye ninu. Is wood and frankincense, are they things that can become tummy? They're not foods. Elamaila, obviously it's some kind of a chumrah that we have by Kachim. Hachanami Maila, here also it is going to be a chumrah. The Gemara continues with the Mishnah, Elu devarim she'adam yotze b'hen yedei chovaso v'Pesach. The following are the kinds of species that a person is yotze when it comes to matzah on Pesach. Bechitim, he can have matzah that's made out of wheat, b'se'orim, out of barley, b'kusman, spelt, uv'shifon, he can have made out of rye, uv'shibo l'shul, made out of oats. All of those are going to be good. Rashi over here says, Elu dvarim shadam yotze ben yedei chovas mishum chovas matzah b'layla rishon. We're talking about the obligation to eat matzah on the first night of Pesach. Shu mechuyev lechol matzah k'dichsib be'erev tochlu matzos. Person is chayiv to eat matzah on that night, as it says in the pasuk bo erev tochlu matzos. So those are all the kinds of minim that the matzah can be made out of. V'yotzin b'demai. A person can also have matzah that is demai. Rashi says, Tvua hanel kachas me'am haaretz. This refers to grain that is bought from an am haaretz. V'hi nikris demai. It's called demai, meaning suffik isra, suffik lo isra. We don't know what it is. That's the word demai. What? We don't know whether he took off meiser or not. V'chayvo chachamim lahafresh maser semi suffik. The chachamim say you have to take off meiser out of a doubt. V'machal matzah mimena v'lo ifresh meiser. Now, if a person ate matzah from demai without separating the meiser mimena from it, yotza, he is yotze in such a situation. With a meiser rishon shenitla trumaso, also you're yotze if you have meiser rishon where the trumos meiser was taken off. With a meiser rishon shel leviim, refers to meiser rishon is given to the leviim. Shenitla trumaso, trumas meiser lekohen. The Levi used to give a tenth to the Kohen, that was called trumas meiser. Umikan v'elach ha-meiser mutar l'zorim. Once that's given, anyone can now eat that meiser. Meiser rishon does not have to be eaten by leviim. It's owned by the leviim, but it can be eaten by anyone. So as long as you take off trumas meiser, it's fine. With a meiser sheni v'hekdesh sheniftu. Also, you can have meiser sheni or hekdesh that was redeemed. V'hakohanim b'chalu v'truman. Also, kohanim, they can have matzah that's either challah or truma, because that's items which they're allowed to eat. Rashi says, "V'hakohanim b'challah v'truma, avol Yisrael b'truma lo." Yisrael cannot have truma as his obligation of matzah. Kediyolaf l'kamon, we're going to learn this out later on. Lo sochel olaf chometz shivas yamim tochel olaf matzos. It says, don't eat chometz, eat matzah. Misheinu muzar al chimutzo elo misham chometz. Ata yotze bo yedei chovas matzah. The chi of matzah you only fulfill if it's something where if it would be chometz, that's the only prohibition that would be there. Yotze zeh she'asr machmas iser acher. Here you have another iser upon this matzah, which is the iser of truma. Yisrael is not allowed to eat truma, so that's why it's not going to be good. Challah and truma is going to be good for a Kohen, but not for a Yisrael. Avalo b'tevel, you cannot have fulfill the obligation of matzah with tevel. That's grain where you didn't separate the proper trumas and maasros. V'lo b'maaser rishon shelo nitla truma, so also maaser rishon where you didn't take off trumas maaser is going to be a problem. That's also basically tevel. V'lo b'maaser sheni v'hekta shelo niftu, also not with maaser sheni outside of Yerushalayim, and also with hektish that is not redeemed properly. In those cases, if those items are not redeemed, maaser sheni outside of Yerushalayim or hektish are not redeemed, it cannot be used to fulfill the obligation of matzah. Chalos hatoda urakike nazir. Now the Mishnah ends off, if you have the chalos that accompany a carbon toda, or you have the wafers which a nazir brings, hasan la'atzmo ein yotze bohen. If he makes it for himself, you're not yotze the obligation of matzah. Hasan limchor bashuk. But if he makes it in order to sell it in the marketplace, yotze bohen, you could fulfill the obligation with that. And Rashi over here explains, hasan li'atzmo lechem toda v'nazir, meaning the lechem toda, the nazir, they made it for himself. Ein yotze bohen, then already can't be yotze. V'afilu lo shachar hazevach alein, even if you didn't shecht yet the carbon upon this bread, v'lo kar, or this matzah, v'lo kar Hashem alein, you didn't do any kriya Hashem, you didn't call it the lechem of the toda, you didn't call it the rakike nazir, ela shasan l'das kain, but you made it with that intention that it should be those items. That's going to be a problem. V'taimim mefarsh b'gemara. The reason is going to be explained in the Gemara. Limchor b'shuk. On the other hand, if you made it to sell in the marketplace, letzorche lachmei toda unaziris, you wanted to sell it so someone else can use it as lachmei toda or kike nazir. In that case, yotze bohenim lo machar lahen. You are yotze if you didn't yet sell it to them. V'taimim mefarsh b'gemara. And the reason is going to be explained in the Gemara. And the Gemara continues. Tana was taught in a brayso kusman when it comes to spelt min chit, and that is considered a kind of wheat. Nafkamina over here is by truma. You're not allowed to take truma off from one species on another species, from one min on another. So you could take truma from kusmin on chitin. They're considered to be the same min. Shibola shual v'shifon when it comes to the oats or when it comes to the rye, min sa'or, and that would fall into the category of barley. Gemara says kusmin is more popularly known as gulba. Shifon is more popularly known as dishra. Shibola shual is shvile tala. These were just different names that again they had for the spelt, for the rye, and for the oats. So the Gemara now says, Hani in orez v'dochen lo. The implication of our Mishnah is that you can use these different minim, but you're not allowed to use rice and millet. Menahani mili. How do we know that rice and millet are not going to be good in order to be yotze yechiv of matzah? Amar Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish. Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish says, V'chein tana devei Rabbi Shmuel. Also was taught in the yeshiva of Rabbi Shmuel. V'chein tana devei Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov, and it was also taught in the yeshiva of Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. Amar Kra, the pasuk says, Lo sochal olav chometz. Shivas yomim tochal olav matzos. It says don't eat chametz, and then 7 days it says you should eat upon it matzah. So devarim haboim lidei chimot. So those things which can be leavened, adam yotze v'hen yedei chovaso b'matzah. Those are the kinds of grains which a person can fulfill the obligation of matzah. Yatsu ela, that excludes orez and dochen, that excludes rice and millet. She'ein boim lidei chimot ela lidei sirchon. They do not leaven; they actually decay, and therefore they're not going to be good for the obligation of matzah. Gemara says, Masnisan delok Reb Yochanan ben Nuri. Our Mishnah is not like Reb Yochanan ben Nuri, Amar, because he says, Orez min dog, on who that orez is a kind of grain, v'chayavin al chimutza kares, and if it leavens, then you're actually chayiv kares if you eat it on Pesach. The Tanya we learned in a brayso. Reb Yochanan ben Nuri, oser ba'orez v'dochen, he forbids you to have cooked items made of orez and dochen on Pesach, because they easily become chametz, so he wants you to stay away from those particular items. And Rashi over here says, Oser ba'orez v'dochen lechol heimenu tavshil b'Pesach, to eat tavshil on Pesach from these items is going to be a problem. Again, why? Because it's going to be karov lahachmetz. So Gemara wants to know what exactly is karov lahachmetz. Ibailu, they asked the following question: Shekarov lahachmetz, the kademu machmetz, does it mean to say that it quickly becomes chametz, but it does become bona fide chametz? So Dilma, karov lahachmetz have chametz gamar lo have. Or maybe what Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri means is it gets close to leavening, but it doesn't actually leaven. It doesn't actually become real chametz. What exactly did Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri mean? So the Gemara says, Tashma, come in here, the Tani, we learned in a Brai, some Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri, Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri says, Ores min dagonhu v'chayovin al chimutza kares. It is considered a kind of grain, you're chayev kares on when it becomes chametz, so you see it really can become chametz. V'adam yotze bo yidei chovaso b'Pesach, and somebody can fulfill his obligation on Pesach. Again, that's consistent with what we said, that since it's something that can become real chametz, therefore when it's matzah, when it's not real chametz, you're allowed to fulfill the obligation of matzah with that item on Pesach. V'chein haya Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri Omer, similarly Rabbi Yochanan ben Nuri says, karmis chayeves b'chala, that karmis is chayev in chala. My karmis, what exactly is karmis? Amar Abaye, Abaye says shitznisa, that refers to shitznisa. My shitznisa, what exactly is shitznisa? Amar Papa says shitznisa de mishtacha bene kol nisa. It is a kind of wild grain that grows among the reeds, and again, this is going to be something that's going to be chayev in chala. It's going to be considered real grain to create chala. Amar Rabba bar bar Chana, Amar Reish Lakish. Rabba bar bar Chana says in the name of Reish Lakish, Isa shenilosha b'yayin v'shemen udvash, if you have dough, and you needed the dough with wine, oil, or honey, ein chayavin al chimutza kares. You're not chayiv if that becomes chametz. You're not chayiv kares. Yosef Rav Papa Rav Huna Breder of Yoshua Kami de Ravidi Baravin. So Rav Papa and Rav Huna Breder of Yoshua were sitting in front of Ravidi Baravin. The Yosef Ravidi Baravin become an name. Ravidi Baravin was sitting and he was falling asleep. Amar le Rav Huna Breder of Yoshua Rav Papa, and Rav Huna Breder of Yoshua then said to Rav Papa, my time with the Reish Lakish, what's the reason of Reish Lakish? Why does Reish Lakish say if you need the dough with wine, oil, or honey, then you're not chayiv kares if you eat that on Pesach if it leavens? Amar le said to him, Damar krolo sochel of chametz v'gomer, dvarim shalom yosef b'hen yedei chovaso b'matzah. Only things where if you would eat it as matzah, you'd fulfill your obligation on the first night of Pesach, chayavin al chimutza kares. Only then are you chayiv if it's chametz and you eat it on Pesach kares. Only then are you chayiv kares. But in this particular situation where you use yayin, shemen, and davash, hoel vein adam yotzi ba yedei chovaso, you're not going to fulfill your obligation of matzah with this. To have a matzah ashira, that's called matzah ashira. It's called wealthy matzah. It really has to be lechem oni. It has to be the poor man's bread. This is already something that is more fitting for somebody who's wealthy. So something that you're not yotzei matzah with, ein chayavin al chimutza kares. You're not going to be chayiv if it becomes chametz. If you eat it, you're not going to be chayiv kares. Eisvei Rav Huna Breder of Yoshua Rav Papa. So Rav Huna Breder of Yoshua asked Rav Papa, according to that logic, that in order to be chayiv kares for chametz, you have to fulfill the obligation when it's matzah. So himchayu v'gamu. Let's say you melt it down, you make it very soft, and you just swallow it. It says that im chametz hu anish kares. It says if it's chametz on Pesach, you get kares. V'yem matzah, and if you eat it like that as matzah, ein adam yotze yedei chovaso b'Pesach. You're not going to be yotze the chiyuv on Pesach. And Rashi over here says himchayu v'gamu. Ashum lechem demin dagon. We're going on any kind of bread from grain. Vashmina de gemiya ka'achil l'chayva. The chiddush is swallowing, even though you're not eating in the normal fashion. You're going to be chayiv kares if it's chametz himcha shemchayu b'mayim. You melt it, make it very soft with water. And when it comes to matzah, ein adam yotzei bo yedei chovaso delav derech achila ka'achile. That's not the normal way to eat something. So here he asks v'hacha, but over here de'ein adam yotzei yedei chovaso b'matzah. You're eating it in a fashion which you're not fulfilling your obligation of matzah. But you're chayiv if it becomes chametz. You're chayiv kares if you eat it. So here you have a contradiction to this principle that you just laid out. So Isser B'hu Ravidi Baravin then woke up. Amar Lui said, Dardiki, my children, Hainu time with the Reish Lakish. Here is the reason of Reish Lakish. Mishum Dahavelhu Me Peiros, because this is considered the liquid from fruit, Me Peiros, that you're using in order to make this leaven. And we'll continue with this discussion in the next video on Daf Lamed Hey Amud Beis.